Good morning. Welcome to the Lilypadpodcast. My name is April, and I'm your host. But I'm not alone. I have the traffic in the background. We're on the front porch of Sarah's house. Sarah, thanks for letting me come over.
Anytime, April.
So, tell me, how has your morning? You've been really busy all morning, right?
Yeah. Sort of, I guess.
Yeah.
Running around.
I'm going to need you to be closer to the mic. I hate to say it.
Oh, am I too far away?
You are too far away.
Okay.
So sorry.
You put the table too far away.
Well, we can move the table. All
No,
right,
it's all
everybody,
right.
hold
I'm
on.
good.
We did this the last time.
And you can also hear the cars and everything.
Yes.
Right?
Much better, much better.
Is that better
Oh,
for
yeah.
you?
So we try to do at least one of these every summer or two, and we typically do these on like a Friday night. Oh, the breeze is so nice.
Yeah.
If you guys could just hear this breeze, it feels just as nice as it sounds.
It does have a nice breeze. It's a nice breeze.
Yeah, and yeah.
And I bet you need it because you know what? I bet you it's a lot warmer in the sun over there right now.
Oh, absolutely.
But it's been a weird summer.
Right, because we've had so much rain, we really haven't had a good opportunity to do one of these.
No. It's been awful.
We have some of the
Friday nights have rained a lot.
Yeah,
I think.
a lot.
So it hasn't really been like a Friday night porch thing. We couldn't do that.
We could still try to do one, before it gets too chilly out. I think we should.
Although this already seems cooler. It's weird.
It's beautiful. It's actually a perfect day. There's some, what kind of clouds are those? They look like giant balls of cotton, but there's, is it a cumulus?
I think so.
Is it cumulus?
Cumulus.
Cumulus. That's the word of the day.
Word of the day.
Cumulus. Now, we can hear the birds or...
Oh, that's a red-tailed hawk.
It is a hawk. They have a very distinct
Yeah, we have a bunch of them in
sound.
this neighborhood. They live here.
I'm drinking my iced coffee. Now, Sarah, what did you make? You have a shake. What did you put together for your breakfast
I'm
today?
using, normally for my breakfast, I eat just like egg beaters with feta. That's fat-free.
Yep.
And Canadian bacon. And
I haven't had that kind of bacon
I
in
have
a
gotten
long time.
very good at making that into a fabulous omelet. Like, you wouldn't know it's an egg beater when I'm done with it. Like, I whip it up pretty good.
I'm not a fan of them, but I would try it
But
if you made it.
But if you beat them up kind of really like a little bit before you put them in your pan.
You have to beat the crap out of them.
Just to give them a little more fluffiness.
Yeah.
They're actually fluffier than an egg. So it tastes like an egg. There's no difference. You just take out the fat, basically.
Right.
And then be careful
with that.
The feta cheese and the Canadian bacon are good. Like, they're nice and like kind of pungent and like they help give a little flavor.
That's another good word
Sometimes
of the
I throw
day.
tomato in there.
Pungent.
Sometimes I'll throw a tomato in there.
Oh, okay. Oh, wait.
So that can be a breakfast every day.
That is a very distinct sound, folks. That is a couple. I love when women have their own Harleys.
And they hang out with the guy and they
I
do their
love
thing.
that. That was the cutest thing. It was a couple, a dude and his bitch. Oop. His woman, his lady.
Poor woman. She got called.
Hardcore language coming out of my mouth. Anyway, I love when I see that.
But right now I'm having a protein shake, so it's just basically protein powder.
Yep.
And like half a cup of almond milk, unsweetened, and rest water. And I just quickly zip it up, and it's okay. It's not like the best in the world, but it's a plant-based one.
Yeah,
I can't use whey.
I like the plant-based proteins.
Some of these things that are in this program have some whey in them, and I've been okay with it. So I don't know, but I like the plant ones better.
Is it okay if I ask how many pounds have you shed since you started this program?
Probably like 10.
Well, that's good. That's good. And it's been how many? It's been like what, 3 weeks or a month?
I'm in my 4th week, I think.
Okay. That's not bad.
They do some measurements on Tuesday, I think, at the end of the 4th week.
Yeah, that's good.
And then, because they did them originally.
Yep.
And then I think they just keep going after that. They just keep checking in with you.
Yeah.
If you missed a week, it's okay. Like, you still just come in.
That's good. That's good.
Can.
I joined the gym on
good.
Friday night after work. I went up over, to the place I was telling you about, and I did a 3-month plan for now. Because, again, like I said, in a few months, right now I'm temping, so in case I don't have that permanent job, but at least I'm covered until November. So I have to get myself a little padlock because I don't know where I put my other ones, so I can have that for the locker. And I'm going to start swimming and working out, which will be nice.
That's good.
It's going to be my new routine after work. I take all the back roads right into New Hampshire and try I would like to do at least 4 nights a week during the week.
That's awesome.
And then on weekends, if it's a Saturday, now depending, because you have to reserve the time in the pool.
Oh, you do?
Yeah. So they do have some swim classes, but you won't be able to book time in the pool if it's taken. So and I can do it 1 hour intervals. Mm-hmm. And so during the weekday, you book on the half hour, and on weekends, I think it's on the hour. It's a 24-hour gym, and it's not fully staffed the whole 24 hours, so they have certain ways to get in and other than that. But, I mean, I'm not really going to be there when they're not staffed anyway.
Yeah.
I'm not 100% comfortable with that.
Yeah, not with a pool, I wouldn't.
No. Well, you can't go in the pool if it's not staffed.
Yeah, I was thinking that.
Yeah, when it's not staffed, it's just, cardio and weights and stuff, which is fine.
Nice.
So I can't wait to start doing that. That'll be exciting. And yesterday I was at that place up in Merrimack, New Hampshire called Protein Factory.
Yeah, tell about that.
So I'm not going to get into too much detail because I'm actually going to be doing an episode with them, with the owners. But a girl I work with, these are her friends that own the shop, and I had a refresher called Blue Raz.
Yeah.
And it was really good. And I do want to try one of their protein shakes. And they do have I think they said they just acquired or they're going to be selling a vegan line starting either next week or the week after. So I'll probably try one of those. And very, very cute little shop. It's like I said, it's called Protein Factory in Merrimack, New Hampshire. And hopefully in a few weeks I'll be doing an episode with the owners. And you'll see the shop, and I'll probably have we'll do like a little taste test or whatnot.
Is it like a downtown location, or is it near like businesses?
It's not far off of like Route 3. Like it's right near the Everett Turnpike, right over there. It's
that's good then. There'll probably be a lot of traffic.
It's really not far once you get off, because it was basically.
Is it a franchise or is it their own?
No, it's like their own.
Oh, good. I
like
that.
Family owned.
I prefer that.
Yep, the mom and the father and the daughter were there. And then I actually met a woman named, I believe her name was Carla. She's a Reiki master. So we had a nice conversation because I do Reiki, right? So we had a really nice conversation there. I was probably there for about at least an hour. Just chit-chatting with people. Really nice folks. I love it. It's family owned. So we'll be doing a video. It's going to be my first video podcast.
That's crazy.
Yeah. I asked Lucy if she ever wanted to take that road trip because she, probably just grab my phone. The only thing I'm nervous about is because, when you're doing videos, it sucks down the battery. So I have to figure out the logistics of that to make sure I have a backup in case it gets too low. But
well, you can also bring battery packs that are already done.
I have one.
And just plug them in.
I don't know where it is. I have to find the one I have.
You have to have that.
Yeah, I do have one somewhere, and I will
probably
couple
of those charged up, and then you just keep putting them in if you need it.
Yeah. Well, I have one. That's what I'm saying. I have one. I just have to make sure that's the logistics that I was really talking about. I got to find it. Because when we got these new phones, we got a couple of those accessories. It's probably right downstairs in my studio. Speaking of, I showed you the little room divider I bought.
Yeah, that was cute.
I got the lights, and I was with Cheryl yesterday, and I asked her, I said, how did you do your lights? And she said tack. So she gave me a bunch of tacks. I'm going to put the lights on maybe later on just to see how it looks. But, the downstairs is in shambles right now. It's horrible. And it's just, you know me.
Why is it a shambles?
Well, it's part of the show. I hate all the cords. You got that look on your face. Yes, I know.
The cords.
April and the Chords. Kind of sounds like a really bad band.
It does sound like a band. I don't know if it's bad, but it sounds like a band.
April and the Chords. But, every time I bring something new into the studio, I want to revamp or take out. Right now, I think let's get rid of the stuff I'm really not using, make it a little more cleaned up a little bit. I kind of want to just gut the corner that I sit in out and just clean the hell out of it and then put it back together. But that's a long day. I would probably want to take a full day.
You just don't want any other stuff in there?
Well, the stuff that I have in there, so, I'm
I like
sure.
all your little eclectic things.
Well, this is, oh, he looked young. Was he young?
Oh, yeah, check that one out.
That one's a truck with an American flag on it. I love a hot guy on a motorcycle.
You know you do.
I like hot guys in general.
I think you would.
Technically.
I do too.
I really don't want to just say motorcycles.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah. Yeah, but you're like spoken for.
I still like hot guys.
That's true. That is true.
Not dead.
No, you're not. What did my mother say to me once? Sometimes you can build your appetite elsewhere as long as you come home to eat.
Oh, my
not in a
that's
vulgar way, but
such an awesome line.
When you
Your
think
mother said that?
Yeah, I always go right to. Oh, can I just tell you something else? My mother said this isn't really gutter wise, but yes, she always said that. She goes, "You can work your appetite anywhere you want as long as you go home to eat." I'm like, so true.
Oh my God. She's funny.
Yesterday we were watching. I don't remember what we were watching. It was 2 days ago, and someone on the screen was saying, "Ma, Ma," and you know what she says? She goes, "The meatloaf." Please tell me you saw Wedding Crashers.
I don't remember all the lines from it, but I did see it.
Well, Will Ferrell lived with his mom in the movie, and he was screaming out, "Ma, give me some meatloaf!" You know, because he was just a...
Will Ferrell was in that?
Yeah, just in a few scenes. He wasn't really one of the main characters
I don't
in
remember
that.
him being in it.
Yeah.
Not sad.
It is sad.
I just remember the Crasher people, the two Crashers.
Yes.
And then the girls.
Yes. Well,
and all
Vince Vaughn was getting married, and
Yes.
what's his face was mad at him.
They weren't getting married. They were crashing weddings.
I know, but he fell in love with one of the
Yes.
Yeah, so he was going to be getting married.
Yes.
But what's his face? The blonde dude. Why am I never remember
Owen Wilson.
Thank you. I can never remember his name.
He's one of the Wilson brothers.
Yes. Well,
they're very good friends with what's his name?
oh yeah, that guy.
Anderson there, the one that does all the movies. Wes Anderson.
Oh, right. So he was talking to Will Ferrell. Owen Wilson was talking to Will Ferrell because they were going to start crashing funerals instead of weddings or something. And so Will Ferrell is screaming to his mother to make some meatloaf. So if you don't remember the scene, obviously, you're not going to laugh. But those of you out there, all 15 of you, if you've seen that movie,
You're going to be like, what?
you're going to be laughing, not like Sarah. And I really actually lost my train of thought because there was something else I wanted to say. And I don't remember. How do you know you're 50? That's right there. Classic example. Although that was happening to me when I was 30.
Right.
You deviate from the conversation and you can't remember the topic you wanted to go back to.
I agree.
It happens. It happens. But for some reason
I do it too.
Oh, wait. We were talking about men. Not a bad topic. Things that my mom said. Ooh, that should be a segment on the show. Things that my mom said.
Oh, yeah.
Ooh.
For you, for sure. And definitely me. My mom, too. But definitely you.
Because everybody thinks my mom's a saint.
She has these things she says.
She's got devil horns that hold up her halo.
I believe you.
All right, here's a couple things.
My mother does shit like that, too.
There's nothing that your mom has said that's been kind of like, you know, threw you for a loop or just caught you off guard and be like, Ma. Nothing?
Sometimes.
Yeah.
Like the things that really threw me off was when I found out in mid-conversation, I would say definitely within the last 5 years.
Okay.
That she had a different name than I actually thought. Remember I told you the story about
yes.
that? And that she dropped out of fucking high school and didn't graduate and went and got a GRE. GED.
I was going to be like, what's a GRE?
GED, right?
Yep.
I didn't know that either. Like, there was a ton of things I didn't know about her. And then you find out she was way better than you thought.
Maybe
she wasn't going to class. She was skipping school.
Maybe she's like a spy or something, and she's just making...
Nah, I think she was a kid who moved to California. Her parents moved 5 times when she was in high school, and by the time she was a senior, she didn't give a fuck anymore.
That sounds about right.
Because she's an introvert, and she didn't make any friends, and she didn't learn anything in all years. She kept moving around from one school to the next, and they were doing different stuff in every class.
My mom was shy. She was definitely on the shy side. Clearly, I'm not. My brother, he is and he isn't. He's
like me.
Like, once you warm up a little bit, then you're fine. But so, a couple of things my mom said. No, this was back when we were in high school, I think. And I think I was going to my room or something, or I was having my, monthly bill at the time. And my brother was sitting at the breakfast bar or something, and I said, I don't even remember what I said, but I mentioned I had my period. And Mom at the kitchen sink with my brother right there in the room, she's like, well, she's not pregnant this month. And my brother almost fell off his chair because it was just, it's not something he expected my mom to say, cookie, right? And then one time my brother asked her while she was washing dishes, he's like, Ma? She's like, yeah, honey. He says, do you think you and Dad would ever get divorced? And what did she say? She said, she doesn't even look at him. She's still cleaning the dishes. She's like, someday, sweetheart, we're saving up for it. That was another time he almost fell off his chair because he was expecting her to be like...
I can totally see her saying it, and I can even I can hear the tone in her voice
Right.
And the way she said that phrase. Like that sentence.
She's got such a dainty voice.
Yeah. And she would have said it a certain way.
Just nonchalant.
Yep. Deadpan.
Yep. Someday we're saving up for it. And like, I love when she says stuff like that.
Because she's totally not serious, which I love.
Yeah.
But she says it seriously. I don't know. She's awesome.
It's like sometimes she's the queen of sarcasm, and I think that's where I get it. Because I know I get a lot from my dad, but it's things like that where I'm like, I am like you.
Oh, yeah. You're like her a lot more than you think.
Yeah. I told her.
She's awesome.
I said to her, I see a lot of Dad. I said, but Mom, there is a lot of you and me. I said, it's just Dad's more the predominant side of it. That's kind of more on the surface. I said, but there's so much. Mm-hmm. And when you really think about your parents, you think about how you are and you're like, oh, my God, yeah, I am like my mom like that. Or I'm like my dad like that.
Yeah, it's true. It's funny how we are.
And then we throw our own little mix on it. Mm-hmm. Yeah, little sprinkled with whatever. So, let's see. It's so nice out here. We need to do more of these outdoor episodes. And
how's my flowers and shit look? Pretty good.
Your flowers are very nice. We'll have to take a picture of some of your yard.
There's going to be some changes in the fall. I'm moving a bunch of stuff around.
You're leaving the tree though, right?
That tree can't leave. It's too big.
That's a Japanese maple, if I'm correct.
I put that in when we moved in 6 years ago.
She's pretty. What's that thing hanging in it?
It's a little birdhouse.
It is a birdhouse. Okay. Yeah. Has anybody taken up residence?
No, never.
Really?
I put it out there this year, but no one took it. And I probably could have put it in that one, and they would have, because they like that tree.
Yeah, maybe you should move it.
But I'm going to move, I'm not going to use flowers underneath it anymore, though. I'm going to move bushes over there and some daylilies, maybe, I think, that I have. Yeah. Some things I need to move around.
Yeah.
And then I need to move some bushes, and I got a big rose of Sharon to move over here. I got a lot of stuff to move around. Just things get too big, and then you got to move around your yard to the right place.
And adjust.
Yep. But yeah,
it's been
a good year for plants.
Put the kids to work. Yeah, plenty of water for them to thrive.
Yeah,
compared to last year, we were in a drought. Water bans everywhere.
I know.
The planet was thirsty. I actually kind of hoped for more water this year, so...
There you go.
I did. I sent it out to the universe. I said, please don't let us dry up and turn into a raisin.
There we go. Now we're there.
I was hoping that the planet wouldn't shrivel up and turn into a, raisin, like I said.
Right.
Yeah. I like raisins, though. I do like raisins. I do, too. But what did she say in, oh, my God, that movie, where she said raisins were just murdered grapes? You know what I'm talking about. Johnny Depp was in it.
Oh. That's Benny and June.
Benny and June.
Yeah, we talk about that one a few
times.
Oh,
humiliated grapes.
Yes.
Raisins are just humiliated grapes.
It's true. I hate raisins.
Really?
Yeah, I do.
Oh.
Always hate
them. What's this?
Somebody who drives too fast
He
on
is
my
driving
road.
Perfect for the Hold Your Tits road. But
I was just going to say, you wanted to go over the bumps.
Yeah, I mean, he could have really utilized that street up there. He would have gotten some air on that. So Sarah lives on the Hold Your Tits road.
It's pretty busy.
In 3 or 4 of the streets that come out from the right. So, depending on which way you're driving, of course. But they kind of lift up. So if you're driving up this street at a decent pace, it's almost like you can lift off. And I used to do that all the time. And me and my friends would all say, all right, hold your tits. And we would get air.
Yep.
So I was so excited when you told me you lived on this road.
Hold the Tits Road. I couldn't. That was funny when you told me about that. I was like, I had never even heard of that in my entire life.
And the whole time I was doing all that, you were living here probably, and I didn't even know that.
No, I don't think so.
Oh, wait.
I only moved here in 2017.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
So, yeah, time flies.
It does, especially when you're having fun.
Yeah.
Especially when you're having fun.
There was fun. There was a lot of fun times in between.
Yeah. Could you imagine if we were hanging out during our college years and, because, I mean...
It would have been different.
I think so, too.
Yeah.
I don't think we were supposed to connect like we were until we did a few years back.
That's probably true.
Like, I firmly believe in all that. Like, when you have people in your life...
I have all sorts of people in different stages of my life, I've noticed.
And some people stay around longer than others because they're supposed to, and some stay around forever.
Yeah. Right.
I couldn't imagine you and I not being in connection now, like in contact. No. Like, I would have Sarah withdrawals. and probably go into a deep depression.
You don't need to do that, but we are definitely not going to have that happen anyway.
No, because we're going to grow old together. Because I'm the chronically single one, and I need to latch onto you and Chuck.
You do not need to latch on to anyone. You are not chronically single.
I'm chosenly
First
single.
of all, that sounds negative.
Does
you
that
are
even...
single.
I know.
Big deal. And if you find someone that's right,
well,
then you will.
Chronic,
and if you don't, you don't.
Chronic means for a lengthy time. I'm just saying that.
I'm just saying chronic is a negative connotation to the
It depends on how you're using it.
Okay.
If you go by the definition itself, it means a significant amount of time, doesn't it? Chronic means like long time. Isn't it?
No, it means like closer to crisis.
Closer to crisis. It could be an episode today on the Lily Pad podcast.
Chronic meaning like it's long term, but it's not positive long term. It's chronic. It won't go away. Like you could say,
all right, then I'm chronically single.
Right, but you could. But you could say you're long term. You could say you're a long term single.
All right, hold on.
And it doesn't sound as like medically obsessive.
As an adjective, and it has a parentheses of an illness persisting for a long time or constantly recurring, like chronic bronchitis.
Right. It's usually used for illnesses. So it's got more of a negative connotation because it's related to illnesses being too long.
Okay, Sarah, you win.
No, it's not that.
You win. I'm just
I don't
single.
think you're chronic anything. But
chronically fat.
No, I don't think you are.
PHAT.
It's not
pretty
an illness.
Hot and tempting.
Oh, maybe is that an illness?
Pretty hot and tempting. Better not be
chronic.
An illness. Bridget's texting me. Bridget, I'm busy.
Yeah.
Hold on. I will catch up with you later. I'm doing a very important podcast right now. I'm going to put LOL so she knows that I'm not being serious. I'm just saying.
We're not important? I'm not important?
You're so important. Okay. Hold on, let me fix that then. I mean, really, 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 really important. I didn't send it. I'm just kidding. I wasn't doing anything.
She's so funny, guys.
Yeah, I'm hilarious. I'm chronically hilarious.
You are.
I'm just kidding.
That's not an illness.
I know, I'm kidding. I'm just trying to get a rise out of you.
No, I know you are. You're funny.
Yeah, it happens.
I know.
Sometimes I'm not funny.
No, you're funny most
especially
of the
when
time.
I don't use words properly, because that really grinds your gears, doesn't it?
It's a teacher problem.
I always liked Family Guy.
It's an English teacher problem. Was an English teacher for a while.
Yeah.
Too.
I always liked Family Guy. You want to know what really grinds my gears?
Oh yeah, Family
What
Guy.
gets on? We could do segments.
I don't watch it on a regular basis though. I've only watched a couple episodes
So
here and
we
there, or
can
clips actually.
We could have segments of things my mom says. Mm-hmm. That's a good one. And then I can have a segment, what gets under Sarah's skin.
Okay. Yeah, that's a good one.
And I'll put in parentheses, teacher-wise, so that it's not like we're trying to get under your skin.
Okay.
Like, education-wise, but what gets under Sarah's skin? When April uses a word improperly. Did I use that right?
You did
Incorrectly?
That correctly. Yeah, improperly.
Yeah, improperly. Like, don't use chronically unless you're talking about an illness.
I think it gets used. And like
it does.
I think it gets used other ways too.
I've
heard it lots of times. I'm sure they use it in the news for things as a different kind of adjective than it should be.
As a teacher in the English realm, what is one of the biggest things you've noticed though with students that they
don't read at all?
They don't read. No. I was going to say that seems to be a chronic problem with people in general, but I think I'm stuck on using the word chronic.
That's actually an illness.
Yeah.
I would say in some ways, right?
So I used it good.
Yeah, because
do you like what I did there?
Avoidance and other things like that are mental issues, but
yeah.
They're like obsessed with. Oh, I lost. Okay,
oh.
Now I can hear you.
I have to work on that.
Yeah,
that connection.
They're obsessed with just their social media and their devices. They don't really read. They don't like to.
Could you?
They rather watch stuff.
I would love. I mean, and I love my social media too. You know me. I'm addicted to this thing, but I would love if, for a week, certain types of technology was just off for a while to see how that generation survived for those 7 days.
Yeah.
Not a permanent shutdown.
I know.
Because, I mean, I do like technology. I mean, clearly I'm using technology to do all of this.
I use it too,
But, I mean, I would like to see technology periodically shut down in certain areas, like social media. Turn off the social media for a week. maybe not necessarily the cell phone service, because I
think it's definitely going to be interesting to see what they're all like. So
they're not going to know what to do with themselves.
The generation that we're worrying about isn't even old enough to see what they're really doing yet, because they're not teenagers. But when they are, that'll be really interesting to see what they're like.
Yeah.
However, so last night we were at the deck. We went there because we had to drop off Kate in Newburyport. She wanted to go see this fireworks because it was the last night of Yankee homecoming. And so we were like, all right, let's go sit at the deck. Then we can probably watch the fireworks from there. Because fucking traffic downtown was fucking terrible.
Oh, God, yeah.
Like, we were like, we're not staying here. Like, I'm not parking down here. I'm not doing anything down here. So we go over there. We sit, like, at the end of the bar area. And you can kind of see the fireworks in there. It wasn't, like, totally great. But, if you were closer to the edge of the deck, where those seats are, you'd see fine. If you were on the third floor, you would have seen fine. But we could see a little bit. But either way, the point was, everyone around us was mostly like our age, maybe slightly younger, maybe just like the millennial group.
Okay.
So a few of them. But most people were kind of watching stuff or talking or eating together, right?
Yep.
There was one group of girls that was behind us, and they were 21, but
I'm just looking at a dragonfly.
21 to like 24, like somewhere.
Oh, super young.
Yeah, in that vicinity. Which makes them Zers, I think.
Mm-hmm.
They were on their phones. They did talk to each other, but they were on their phones the entire time they were there. Even eating, they had them out, and they were using them constantly. Like 6 or 7 girls. I was like, holy shit. Like, this is what they're going to all be like. And then when that next group comes up, will they even interact? Will they just
probably not?
I don't know.
Maybe by then we'll be able to just communicate telepathically.
Maybe. But oh my God, it was weird. I was like, this is what it's like though. Like when you see them, this is what they do all the time. They walk around with it like this in their face when they walk.
Communication is completely going down the shitter.
I've watched them walk into businesses together and stuff where they literally are like this while walking.
Yeah.
Adults. Like, they're adults. They're not kids anymore. They're not teenagers. That part's the part that concerns me.
Yeah.
It's just like a whole generation of that.
Who knows? I think, too, sometimes, and I guess I hope when we see things come back around, like the full cycle. So I'm thinking, and I'm hoping that maybe some of this technology stuff does maybe... I'm a firm believer that all of this technology is eventually going to implode on itself. Like it's eventually going to be
Why couldn't it? Yeah.
It's going to self-destruct, but it's not even going to be trying to do. I think it's just going to happen naturally. I think it's going to be a natural order of things. When that's going to happen, I don't know. But I think the old style communication may end up coming back because of that. Yeah. I just don't know when that's going to happen.
Yes, maybe.
I think years ago, I kept saying I felt this whole change coming. I felt a lot of shifting happening, and everything has been shifted in the last few years. I'm just curious to see how the next 5 to 10 years are going to be for people.
I think 5 years from now, you're going to see some seriously big changes all of a sudden.
Oh,
like it's within this next 5 years, it's going to be like boom, 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 boom.
The next 5 are going to be.
It's going to be a little scary.
Yeah, and then the 5 after that, it's going to be like, okay, how do we react to all of these changes? How are we going to? How is the dust going to settle?
We're going to be older. Like, that's the thing. Like, we're not...
Mm-hmm.
I know that there's people who are inventing things and finding things that can be, prolong people's lives. And, completely... They can live... Their skin... They're finding ways to rejuvenate all your skin.
Yeah, yeah.
So you're not even, it's not dying.
Yeah.
Stuff like that. But I wonder, we won't have the money.
Oh, God, no.
Because by the time it is available for all of us, we'll be too old.
Yeah.
That's what sucks. I feel like the next generation is going to fucking have it down, though.
Wait, are you going to do a picture?
They're going to get whatever they want.
Do like a good picture.
Of you doing that?
Yeah, I'm going to do the same thing. Okay, now do something silly.
I don't look good right now.
You look beautiful.
Because I haven't taken a shower, but...
Oh, no, too much of my body.
What? Hold on, I'm working on it.
No one needs to see the girls.
Okay, all right. I'm not going to let anyone see the girls. I hope I can do this.
I hope you can, too. Wait.
How's that?
Yeah. No.
No?
No, you got all this going on. You got all this going on.
Well,
You know how I feel about.
do it.
All right, just do it. Just do it.
You do it.
Just.
I'm gonna try one more time. How's that?
That's good.
I don't know if that's even gonna come out good because my phone was kind of dirty.
Send them to me, and I can.
All right.
Or you just tag me. Ooh, this has nothing to do with just saying tag me, but I think we should take a quick break because Sarah made a little snack for today. Now,
you want to preface why?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm going to let you take it. Take the lead on this one. Go.
Okay, so I am on a low carb or no carb really diet, and doing like a ketosis really is what they're doing. But I'm also supposed to limit my fat, so that becomes like a little bit of a problem because this particular thing I made has a little bit more fat in it than I normally would. Mm-hmm. But it won't throw me out of ketosis. I just won't lose any weight if I'm doing that, because then it's not going to eat my other fat. That's what I want to do.
Right.
So, and it's working so far, and it hasn't actually been as hard as I thought it was going to be.
No, I think once you get acclimated to the program, it
actually has helped me make my portions really small of food. Yeah. Like, I don't want to eat as much of it anymore. And it's crazy. I'm actually full. I'm like, oh, wow, 4 ounces really filled me? Like, that's surprising. I think down the line, I'd be like 6 ounces would be good all the time, and I would be all right, like whatever that is. And then I would know what I needed. But anyway, so I made something that we could have.
Yes.
That I could even eat too, that I hoped you would like, because you like sweet things.
I love sweet things. That's why I have
and baked goods. So I was trying to do something.
Sweet
I can't do this all the time, but I'm going to try to freeze the rest of them.
Yeah.
And with the stuff on them, and then just defrost one and eat them every once in a while. I think would be like a good treat for me.
Now, when she texted me the other day, she said she was going to make something sugar-free. And I said, that sounded great. I'm just going to throw some frosting on it. I almost brought a canister of frosting to use as a dip.
There is frosting.
Yes, and I had no intentions of doing that. It was just kind of a joke. But so we're going to take a quick break, and she's going to smack some of that whatever frosting stuff you made.
The frosting stuff, yep.
Frosting
the cream
stuff.
cheese frosting.
Oh, cream cheese frosting? Oh,
there's cream cheese in both things.
Oh, I will probably like them. We're gonna do a little. It's not a crunchy ASMR, but we're going to do some ASMR when we come back. So those of you out there who are listening, don't go anywhere. We'll be right back. And we are back, and so I have this really cute little cupcake in front of me. It's vanilla, and it's got purple frosting and blueberries on it. And Sarah, would you like to explain what it is I'm about to eat?
Yeah. So
I take a picture of it too.
Made I had to make something that was low fat. Mm-hmm. Well, this is a little higher fat than I wanted, but. Or no sugar, basically, right? So you use sugar substitute. So it's a cream cheese pound cake, but it's in a little cupcake form. Mm-hmm. And then the top part is a blueberry frosting. Okay. It's cream cheese with a little bit of cottage cheese because I ran out of, kind of had to add something because it wasn't thick enough. And then what else was in it? Oh, you had to make your own blueberry syrup from the sugar. So the reason it's purple is because it's all blueberry.
Okay.
The whole thing is basically just, there's nothing processed other than the sugar, which is not processed. It's actually monk fruit sugar that I use. Okay. So that type is a little easier to cook with and manage. And your system manages it better. So, like this system.
The system.
Yeah. So that's why I used it. And then the flour is almond flour.
Okay. All right, well, let's do this. These are very pretty.
Tell me what you think.
Are you going to make me do it by myself, huh?
I'm going to make you go first.
All right.
Well, we could do it at the same time.
No, you know what? I always make you go first, so this is payback.
You go first.
All right, hold on. Well, that's good, actually.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Oh, good.
I was really surprised. I did not think I was going to like it. I'm sorry.
It's okay.
Well, let me rephrase that. I wasn't sure if I was going to like it, but it's pretty tasty. The cake almost tastes more like a biscuit than a cupcake or a cake.
Yeah, it's a little more...
It's biscuit-like.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
But you would never know that there was cottage cheese in your frosting.
I think it's pretty good.
I like it.
It's got a nice mix. I feel like if I had
It's really good.
added a little lemon to the cupcake,
I wouldn't
it'd go great with blueberry. No, you don't think so?
Well,
Everybody loves that.
I'm not a big lemon person in baked goods.
Oh.
Evie makes this blueberry zucchini cake.
Mm-hmm.
And I had it at the office one time. We had a weekly meeting. And then I saw her on Thursday because we had a family birthday party up at the beach for Derek's dad, Uncle Ralphie. And I had a little piece of it.
Does she put lemon in that?
She puts lemon in that. Yeah. And it's good, but I'm not really a fan of the lemon in baked goods. But I think this is perfect the way it is.
I could see you doing both, though. Like, people would like the lemon.
Mm-hmm.
It would be
I like it a lot.
It would taste like shortbread on the bottom. I think it tastes like shortbread.
So how many calories do you think are in one cupcake? Or one piece here?
About 106 for the cupcake.
Mm-hmm.
And the only thing I could see could give you calories in the frosting was the almond milk I used. Because you actually used to put milk in the frosting, but I didn't. I used almond milk.
Myself.
And what else? Oh, I guess just the cottage, like if you use cream cheese, whatever those calories are. Because the sugar, the sugar isn't register. You don't register the sugar.
No. So compared to what you would normally have in a cupcake, and I really like that a lot.
It can't be more than 200 calories. It might be like 150.
That's not bad. And I kind of like the fact that it was a little more biscuit-like versus cake-like.
It might be more calories because of the blueberries. Because the blueberries, are actually glucose, like real sugar.
But it's a natural sugar.
Well, monk fruit is too. It's just from a vegetable.
Right.
So I think that might add a little bit more, like actual sugar.
But I mean, compared to an actual normal regular cupcake with frosting on it, this is a much healthier choice, and it tastes really good.
Yeah, I don't mind it. I think what I'm going to try to do is I was going to freeze the rest of them,
and give your friend April one more.
Yes, we could do that. And then I was going to maybe I don't know if the frosting will stay if I freeze it, or if I should just put them all together and freeze them individually.
How much frosting did you actually make? Is it a lot?
It's enough to probably cover each of them.
It might freeze all right. I would say if you're going to frost them, freeze them right away so it doesn't get too saturated into the cupcake, so it kind of stays on the top.
Or freeze the cupcakes first.
I would freeze them both at the same time.
You think so?
Like I would frost them and just shove them in the freezer before they have a time to really marry.
Okay.
And you could try it either way, see which one works better.
Yeah, because I'm trying to think of what they used to do with the fakery. I think they used to make everything super cold though before they would put their frosting on.
Oh, okay.
Because of the because then it won't be stiff like they want.
I would try either. I would try both ways, but maybe the frozen is better. Like I said, I've never frozen that before, but I'm pleasantly surprised. I wasn't sure how, if I was going to like it, but I enjoyed it very much.
Yeah, I'm glad.
And here's the other thing too. It wasn't overly sweet.
Good.
No,
it was not.
Like sometimes I don't like regular cake well, I always do, don't get me wrong, but sometimes I just don't want something that sweet.
Well, my biggest issue with the substitutes, the sugar substitutes, is that a lot of times they come off very overly sweet.
And
I don't. Some of them, don't you think?
Is there any of those fake sugar things in there?
There was, and the only one I use is Swerve.
Okay, because I typically
for cooking.
Yeah.
I don't use it. I'll use stevia in my coffee. I don't care.
I don't like any of them technically.
But when I cook, I use Swerve because it is like the number one that everyone who cooks with no sugar, that's the one that you buy because it's the best one for it. Okay. You can buy a brown sugar, a confectioner's, and a granulated. So they have they have the exact consistency. They taste exactly like the real thing.
I don't like the fake sugars. I don't like
any of the stevias. And they're 1-to-1.
Yeah, I don't
like how some of them aren't 1-to-1s. It's a 1-to-1.
Yeah.
So if I'm going to put that in a recipe versus what I'm already doing, they made a 1-to-1 substitute.
Yeah. That wasn't bad. I would eat it. I would probably, like I said, do that. But I don't like any of the artificial sweeteners. And stevia, I can't stand stevia.
No
is that your dog?
That I'm hearing,
that's
a puppy, honey.
Well, I don't know.
People next door have a puppy.
What kind of puppy?
It's an Australian Shepherd. She's much bigger now, I think.
I've heard some adult dogs that sound like puppies. That's why I was like, are those
no, she's like they've only had her.
Oh,
she might be 6 months old, maybe at this point, maybe
Australian
5.
Shepherds. Are you friendly with your neighbors? You should tell them to bring them.
Sometimes, but I don't. Only when they're outside and shit. I don't go talk to them.
Yeah, I've been dreaming of puppies lately.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Puppies are a pain in the ass.
Yes, but
they're cute. But I don't want to have any more puppies right now. I'm good.
Yeah. No,
it's a lot of work.
I always say I want a dog, but then obviously I never get one because it's better that I don't. You guys have the dogs. You guys all have dogs.
And that's exactly how I would do it if I had been, if I could do it again, maybe even.
I want no commitments.
It cost me $755 at the vet the other day.
How much?
For the 2 of them. $755.
Holy what did happen?
And the grooming was $160. It was their regular appointment.
So $700 for the 2 of them plus the grooming fee?
That includes like their vaccinations.
Jesus.
Molly had a thing that had to be removed. Daisy had a ear infection, supposedly.
Oh, so they had a few extra
No, I didn't know. It was just a regular appointment. They always cost a ton.
Yeah.
It's $500 or more every time I go in there.
Good Lord.
I need to pay it up front.
Reason number
They
one.
don't do payment plans. They expect you to fully pay.
Yeah.
So I said to the kids, because then I also paid $100 for their food that day, because they needed food, because $100 is a month's worth of food.
Okay,
and
yeah.
$160 for grooming. That was really bad.
Now, how often do they go to the doctors for their appointment? Not the grooming.
Once a year.
Oh, okay, well.
Because I have to. I can't get them groomed unless they have their updated bullshit that they allow.
We had to do that with Phoebe when we took her to the
pain.
groomers. They had to make sure she had her up to date.
Yep.
I mean, I know, but I guess that makes sense.
So much. And they have to be groomed.
Yeah.
They can't
Especially those kind of dogs.
Yep. So
Golden poodles. Golden doodles.
Whatever they are.
I know.
Expensive is what they are.
Yeah.
So anyway, yes. So they are very expensive girls who will cost me maybe $1,000 this month.
Good.
Yeah.
Good Lord.
I said to my kids, don't buy fucking animals. Don't take animals on. You can't afford them.
Yeah. Can you sell one of your kids to pay for the dogs?
No, I don't think anybody wants my oldest. He's already an adult, so can't really sell him.
No, I was talking about one of the minors.
And the minors, I think I'd probably
They're
bring
like a
them back
package
within
deal.
a 30-day refund.
They're no, do NCNR, non-returnable. NCNR. And they're a package deal. Look, 2 for 1.
No, I would never give them away together. They hate each other. Can you imagine? Poor Kevin. Pat would be like, I hate Kevin. I don't want to be with him forever.
But they're good kids. They are good kids. They're getting up there.
Yesterday, I went to go visit my sister. So I went out with my mom, and I had asked Pat if he wanted to go because he was the only other person home that could go. And I was like, hey, we are going out there if you want to see Beth.
Yep.
Day before, he was like, yeah, I guess maybe I'll do that. Then I try to wake him up in the morning. I'm pushing him around. I'm telling him, this is like 10. And I'm like, we're leaving soon. I said, because it takes us 2 hours. It's like an hour and a half drive out there, an hour
Really?
40.
Is it that long?
It's wicked far.
Oh, yeah. Well, yeah, I guess so.
So he doesn't get up. So I'm like, all right, well, I'm out. See ya. So I go
you left him.
I go get my mom. I leave. I get on the road or whatever. And we're there for a while. We decided to grill at my sister's house and just hang out there.
That was cool.
She's unemployed still, so I feel bad. She still doesn't have any money. But
and she just got the house.
Yes, last year. Now she's taking from her savings to try to pay for it every month until she gets a job. I don't know if she'll have enough money to pay. She might lose the house.
Shit.
Yeah.
And she loves that house.
Yeah, I think she does, even though it's a lot of work and there's been a lot of problems. But that's all houses, right?
Yeah.
But anyway.
Yeah.
We're sitting there, and we're on her deck, and all of a sudden, who comes rolling into the driveway but Patrick? He had gotten in his car and come all the way there because he felt bad. He didn't make it, and he overslept, and he didn't listen to me. But he wanted to see Beth. And he was like, I've been in the city all week working in Revere and stuff. He's like, I wanted to go to the country. I'm like, all right, fine.
Hey,
glad you came out.
Yeah.
Glad your car made it.
Yeah.
It's a long drive.
Was it the red one or the blue one?
The blue one. That's John's new car. Well, the replacement for the CRV that got totaled.
Yeah.
By that woman.
That woman.
He doesn't totally love it, but he's okay. I mean,
it's a car.
It's a $3,000 car.
It's a car.
Right now, a $3,000 car is a beater.
Yeah, and you don't have to love it. It's going to get you from
It's
point
a
A to
beater.
point B. So
Get it cleaned up and take care of it for now until you can someday buy a better car.
Yeah,
but
that's what we've all been there, done that.
This is where you're at.
Welcome to life.
Yeah,
this is what happens.
But he's able to get to work now again, so that's good. I'm glad.
That is good. That is good.
I don't have to worry about it.
So speaking of work, your summer is almost over. When do the kids go back?
Don't say that.
Listen, I'm walking around seeing fall stuff,
It's
so
August
I can't talk about it.
It's August 6th, and no one's allowed to talk about the summer ending in my presence.
Well, the summer's not ending till
teacher.
September anyway, but I'm really talking about the school side of it.
Right, I don't like to talk. I don't talk about school.
Shut down. April's been shut down.
Yeah.
That's okay.
We're still in summer mode here.
That's what I said to the woman at the market today. She had like, in the front where the registers are.
Yeah.
And they had the fall leaves. I'm like, it's too early for that. It's too early for that.
We only get like this much summer. And they're all like,
let's
go on to the next season.
The Hallmark Channel has Christmas in July. Why? I don't give a shit about Christmas in July.
They love their Christmas.
I don't care.
They love their Christmas movies.
I don't care.
And that everybody loves watching.
In July.
With Melissa Joan. Joan Hart in her 5th film.
And then come December, I already saw that. I saw that back in July. Save it for Christmas time, people. How about, hey, summer in July? Here's a thought.
There's always been the Christmas in July people.
I know.
You know those people who are crazy about Christmas? The same people.
That are crazy about Halloween. And I'm okay with early for Halloween. Even then, though, I like to wait till
I like
September.
Halloween, but I don't know if I want it that
I
early.
have to wait till September for Halloween. Like, September is more of an acceptable time to start bringing the Halloween stuff in.
I agree.
I have to burp.
It's okay.
That was probably heard. And I will not edit that one out.
Okay.
I'm just not going to do it this time.
Okay.
I have to burp again. Maybe it's all that fat-free shit I just ate.
I don't think so.
It's the soda, actually.
What soda?
It's always the soda. Doesn't matter what I'm drinking. It's always the soda. It's always the soda.
Okay.
It's always the soda. No, it was a joke. When I first started getting to know Lydia.
Yeah.
I told you the story, and I might have mentioned it. So, in a nutshell, this was before I started watching Lydia. Cheryl was watching it one Saturday, and I ended up going over and we were hanging out, the three of us. And we were doing errands and stuff. And we went to, like, the flea market up in New Hampshire and whatnot. And we went to Wendy's, and we got, like, some food and stuff. We got some sodas. And you know me, I love to burp. And, I was trying to break the ice with the kid. And so I was doing what I burped, and she thought it was hilarious, so that I kept burping. And then she would burp. And I said, and I think either I said it or she said it was kind of like part of a little burp club. And I said, but don't tell your dad. I don't want him to think.
Oh my! I do remember that.
I don't want your father to think I'm teaching you bad habits.
I do remember that one.
And the first thing she says to Chris when we got back to Cheryl's house, she burped out loud, and we all laughed. And she said, "Oh well, April says we're all part of a burp club." And then he looked at me, and I was like, I looked at her. I said, "You weren't supposed to say anything in front of your father." And she was just like, threw me right under the bus. But yeah. And so the joke is, whenever anybody burps, I used to say, it's the soda. It's the soda. Doesn't matter what I'm drinking.
Okay.
And if I'm not drinking anything, it's still the soda.
Yep.
Just say that.
Okay. It's the soda.
It's the soda.
Lydia.
And people are like, you're drinking water. It's the soda. It's always the soda.
Okay.
I enjoyed my iced coffee. I never buy iced coffee outside the house anymore.
You've been good.
Yeah, I've been very good.
Me too.
Yeah.
Trying to be good with money.
Yeah, I waited till this time of the month because August, I was waiting until after July because all of my little subscription renewals were happening with like the podcast and GoDaddy. So I'm like, okay, first week in August, I'll get that membership at the gym. Because in the last 3 weeks of any month, the bills start to kind of, those are when the dates come up. I'm like, okay, if I don't do it now, so it was like $200. That's my big spend, my big personal spend for the month of August. So now next week, some bills are going to come in, and the week after. But I've been slowly putting some in my savings as much as I can because,
You never fucking know.
And nothing is ever promised.
Nope. I agree.
And I don't know how long the assignment's going to be. And I don't know if they're going to hire me after that.
I know.
So I'm trying to save as much as I can. But with the podcast, doing motorcycle. Dun, 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 dun. He looked nice.
Another one.
Another nice one.
And a few coming down the road today.
There was a lot of a lot of them. My favorite was the couple.
They were cute.
They were cute.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah. So we're going to wrap it up in a few minutes because I know you have some stuff to do. You are heading out to Newburyport again today to see a friend in a band, right?
Salisbury, yeah.
Salisbury. And we still have to go there for lunch one of these days.
I know. I love that place. I'll have to see what's on the menu that I can eat there.
Oh, right, because you technically can't eat there.
I can. I just have to be careful.
Like
I've been careful when I go out. I'm just like careful what I have.
Yeah.
You know, you were with me.
Yeah, you were very good that day.
I think that's what I do most of the time.
Yeah. Those tacos were really good.
I'm actually really enjoying the food that I have had, the way that I've had it. It's been really good stuff. Like, it's very clean, and there's nothing. It's great.
Yeah, I think if people are open-minded to change, you'll be pleasantly surprised. When
My stomach doesn't hurt, dude. That's the best part.
That's the big thing. That's the big thing. Really important. When people are open-minded to new opportunities and new ways of thinking and eating and certain types of life-changing or lifestyle changes, you know, you find out what works for you, and then sometimes you're like, wow, I actually like this. When I was doing the fasting, really hardcore fasting.
Yeah, you were really good about it.
I was really enjoying not eating certain things, and then when I did have them, I enjoyed them twice as much.
That's how I felt, too.
Because I don't eat them all the time.
I know. And I feel like you were really good about waiting, too, and getting... and having your time be extended as much as possible.
I've been trying to do more of the...
very good at that.
I've been trying to do the 11 to 7, because now that I'm working during the day, it's hard for me to do 6, because I get up at 6. So it's harder for me to get that last hour in because my stomach is so hungry that I kind of don't feel good.
Yeah, right.
So I wait till 11, and then I just start drinking my coffee. So I don't necessarily eat food, but there is sugar in my coffee, so it's definitely breaking the fast.
Yep.
But it holds me that last hour. And on the occasion, I might have like a cheese stick, sometimes at like 10 o'clock, because it depends on how my stomach feels. Like if I get too hungry, my stomach kind of gets that weird ache in it.
Yes.
And I don't feel that great until I put something in it. So the morning schedule is harder for me to keep, but I'm still definitely fasting in the evening after a certain time. Morning.
Trying to do early.
Yeah, so I still don't eat past 8. I try to stop by 7, and sometimes I stop even earlier than that. Like, there have been a couple times I stopped eating at 5:30.
That's perfect.
Yeah.
So that's awesome if you can pull that off.
If I can cut, because I get home at a decent hour. Like, if I don't hit any traffic on my way home from work, boom, boom, boom. Whoa! That was a fast motorcycle.
Yeah, wicked fast.
A little too fast. But
Rice rocket.
Yes. I have a burn on my leg from one of those.
Does it look like ricey? No ricey?
No, my calf just hit the muffler or whatever it was when I was getting off.
Oh, yeah. I've done that with a motorcycle.
I don't even remember which leg it is now, but it's really faded now because it's so old.
I'm sure.
But what was I saying? So I get home by like 4:45 sometimes. 5 o'clock the absolute latest if I have to do an errand on the way home. So sometimes
that's really good.
Sometimes we're eating by like 5, 5:15, especially if we plan out the dinner. And when I get home, she'll have some of it started, and then I kind of kick in, and so a lot of the times we're eating by 5:30 the latest. So I've sometimes stopped by 5:30 or even 6 o'clock, and I kind of try to take advantage of those.
Those are important times.
Sometimes it doesn't work out.
It doesn't work every time, but you can try to do it as many times as possible.
But I definitely do at least 14-hour fasts every day. So it's not quite the 16-8, but
nope. It's still good.
Yeah, I still try to do the fasting, but I have to. That sounds like an electric car. It's so damn quiet.
I think it's a hybrid. It's not that quiet, see?
No, definitely not.
But he does have like something like that.
Yeah. But anyway, so listen, this was a really nice little visit with you today. I haven't seen you in a while, and I love coming here to do the podcast.
It's interesting on the street sometimes.
No, quick question for you. Did you say that you can plug things in your car?
Yeah, I have a plug in my car.
You have a plug in your car. Would this work? The setup, do you think?
It depends on how many things you have.
I would need enough to plug in both.
I don't know if I'd be able to plug both.
Okay.
I think that might be asking too much of it.
Yeah.
You know, I'd have to look and see what voltage it is, but I don't know if you
I
want
would
to plug
love
in two of those or not.
I would love to find another place to do like an outdoor podcast that we could just kind of chill out, where we'd have access to an outlet. I'm trying to think of where
I can check and see if my outlet can handle all of this. I just need to know what the voltages of those are and stuff before I would do that.
Yeah, but I don't know if not the car, but I mean even if like
that's the only place I have.
Yeah.
Why? I can't think of. I mean, there's other places in the world that have electricity.
I would hope so.
That you can plug into, but
other places in the world. I would hope there's more than one place.
No, but I mean that might be free too. I'm thinking.
Right, that's what I'm thinking too. To just do like a podcast, just sitting somewhere.
I just don't know.
Like if it's a place of business, clearly you have to get permission from the place of business. Hey, can I just set up shop here for a little bit of a podcast on the road? You know, not interfering with anybody, not interfering with customers or whatnot, or even interacting with customers. I almost wonder, because typically when, you know, clearly, and I forgot to bring, I'll send you the email, just say you authorize the audio. I know you know the drill. I forgot to make you sign today. I like when I make you sign because you bitch about it every time.
You're not good about remembering when you're on the road.
Yeah, on the road I forget. But yeah, I'd like to get another, like an outdoorsy one somewhere. Try to figure out a place we could do that. I think that'd be fun.
That would be fun.
I also think that we should do a paranormal one closer to Halloween. I did one of those.
You got to get in touch with my friend Lisa, who has her Spirits podcast.
Yes, I actually do.
You guys have a lot to talk about.
Send me a link with that again, because I think I meant to reach out to her and I forgot.
Yeah, I will. I'll see if she's still doing it, but she was doing it up until recently, as far as I know. She works with Chuck still.
Yep. Yeah, I'll definitely do that.
Yeah, she's cool.
Yeah, that'll be good. So lots of things, and
that would be fun. Ooh, I scratched myself.
What did you? You scratched yourself?
I must have run into something. Look, I'm all like bloody.
Oh yeah, I nicked myself when I was shaving the other day.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Bad.
Haven't done that in a long time.
Yeah, I don't like doing that.
Thankfully, it was on my right leg and not my left leg.
Why would your left hurt?
Because the left one is where I get the cellulitis if I'm not careful.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, no, that's bad.
Yeah, that is very bad.
Let's not do that.
Yeah. We always try to not scratch the left leg.
Yep, agreed.
Yes. All right, well, listen, we're going to wrap it up. Sarah, really, it's always a pleasure. And I can't say having you on the show because you had me here to be on the show.
Yes, thanks.
But, thanks for letting me come over. And
anytime,
thanks for feeding
I'm glad
me.
You had the cupcake.
I liked I'm going to call it a biscuit cake.
That's what you're going to call it?
A biscake.
A blueberry biscuit cake?
A blueberry biscake.
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 B-I-S. Cake. Biscake. Doesn't really flow off the tongue. What should we call it?
I don't know.
You know what's going to... I'm not going to be able to get biscake out of my head now.
You can call it biscake if you want to.
Sarah, make me some biscakes. I'm coming over.
Good at the biscakes. I think I can make those.
I'm good at the biscakes.
I think I got that down.
You definitely did. Those are very, very good. All right. Those of you out there who listen to the show, I really, really appreciate it. Drop me a line anytime. thelilypadpodcast@gmail.com. And there's nothing for Sarah to say because I got rid of one of the emails for a while.
It's okay.
Yeah, but I really enjoyed it. Why don't you say it anyway? Email me anytime at
the thelilypadpodcast@gmail.com was your old one.
That was the second one.
That's the one you normally use.
That's the one you normally say.
But the other one was April at thelilypadpodcast.com.
But because
goodbye, Lilypad Podcast.
Well, it's just until I get either I reactivate the original website. But then after I had taken it down, it was on Wix.com, which I liked it. But then I'm thinking, I kind of want to do something completely new and fresh. So I'm not sure if I'm going to go back to Wix.
Yes.
So the April email is going to come back at some point. But the Gmail one, the Gmail one is basically going to be.
So it is the lilypadpodcast@gmail.com.
The Lilypad Podcast. I liked what you said that. The Lily. The Lilypad Podcast. Gee, why don't you sing it? Sing it, Sarah. You're a singer.
I'm not going to sing it.
I love you, Sarah.
We do need to write a jingle, though. That would be kind of funny.
Yeah.
Like a beginning. That'd be funny.
Put some lyrics together and throw some instrumental music underneath it. I got that nice fancy schmancy license that I paid for the year.
There
so
you
let's
go.
put that to good use. Let's put it to good use. I really like it.
Good.
I like it a lot.
Good.
Anyway, okay. So. Bye-bye, traffic. Game off. No, game off. All right. Thanks for listening. tune in next time. I do have a Clubhouse episode coming up this week as well. I've just been really lazy. I have all the music on my laptop. I started it yesterday, and then I ran out of gas. No, Friday. And I started getting tired. So there will be 2 episodes posted this week. I'm making myself accountable on here. 2 episodes. So thanks again for tuning in. And we'll be seeing you on the Lily Pad.